Hey, lovelies. Ugh, I'm trying to get myself just right because I got to do a medicine bath. Okay. Welcome to Be So Light. I'm Priestess McCullough as well as Niana as well as Felicia. You pick and choose. This took us back to me. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready for a good story on how to surrender? Because this was a huge turning point for me. And yesterday, the message of letting go of stuff. Oh my God. Now, sometimes we think we let go of something, but there's always something that is kind of like an underlining that you haven't really let go of yet. And it can be anchored in with items. Okay, this is the lesson. So just because I didn't want to get let go of my armoires, it was anchored into that timeline when I got them, who I was with at the time when I got those. It was with my what the hell is that? Was with my ex-husband at the time. So now let me tell you what happened this morning. And I don't have it sitting nearby, but I want to show it. It's so interesting. I don't know where to put it. It's still on the selenite. So I had to be back down at the storage place in my new area. But last night when I was sleeping, all I kept hearing was the crashing sound of the armoire, my medicine armoire. Just, and I was just like, damn, what the hell? So I got up, went down for the meetup with Victor. And it's funny, we both got there at the same time. He's a little handsome little something. And I was like, hmm, could this be entrapment? No. So, and I liked him because he was kind of like spunky, like spunkiness. I like spunky men. They're like, the feistiness, spunkiness. They're ready to take on the day. Let's go. It's got that go. So we both got there at the same time, and we, I went over to the other truck and I showed him what it was. When he lifted the door, everything he could see it. He couldn't get it all the way up like he wanted to because it was so much stuff. And he says, "This is blocking. Okay, what do you want to do?" I said, "Well, we can't use this truck, and I don't want to take and put this stuff in there yet because I need to go get my other 27 plastic containers." And he says, "Okay, 27." He says, "You're moving into a what?" I said, 10 by 10. So he goes, "Okay." We went ahead and got another truck. I got in the seat to drive, but Spirit told me, let him drive you. He knows a quicker way. He's there to take care of you. I'm like, look at his name, Victor. This is going to be successful. More than you'll ever know. We promise. And I'm like, okay. So I'm trying to get the seat up. The seat won't move. So I can get up there. I'm only 5'3". Come on now. And the seat won't move. What do? Come on. And it won't move. And I'm like, what is wrong with it? So finally I'm hitting the thing and it's like delayed. It finally goes like this. I'm like, then I put the key in the ignition. I start it. It's on E. Like right before the E. It's like right there. I gotta say, it's almost empty. I go, oh God, now we're gonna have another repeat of what happened yesterday. I can't do this. I can't. He goes, I go, Victor, why don't you drive for me? I just can't. I don't. I don't have it together to be driving a truck right now. He goes, okay, slide on over. I'll take over. I'm like, okay. So I jumped over and he went ahead and drove. And he goes, what way were you going? I said, oh, I was going down this way, going up through Kenneth and Sunset, like I've been doing for quite some time. He goes, no, we're going to take the Roseville. We're going to go that route and then hit Hazel and go straight down, straight shot. I go, okay. I said, it's 11 miles. We'll be right there. I'm like, oh, really? 11 miles? I was like, damn, really? I said, 11. Here we go. 11. So I said, okay, code number one. So we head down there and we go. And we get there. And I get to the gate. I let him in and we drive around. We get to my thing. We lift up the door and I get up inside of it. This one was just a simple one. We got the $19 one, and there was no pull out for it. So got up there. I walk up into the thing. I see something glowing in the corner of the back of this um, van. I'm like, what is that? I look down. Now, you guys, what do I collect? There was this gold, black, antique key sitting right in the corner, right where I would see it. A beautiful brass like key, really pretty. I said, what the hell? And I reach down, I pick it up, and I hear the word, your new key, open your door to your new life. And I'm like, but I open your door and enter. And at first thought, I didn't think of Chongo. First thought was Anubis. It's because of the gold and then the black on it. I said, this is from Anubis, this key. So I got the key and I put it in my bag and I'm like, what the heck? And I hear the words, don't worry, you're almost done with this task. You're almost done with this task. And I said, okay. So we open up the door, slide it up, and Victor's like, is this all that's left? I said, yeah, and the nightmare van sitting there at the other place waiting. We'll be done. We're going to be done at 1 o'clock. I go, I like that because yesterday was a nightmare and I wasn't done at no 1 o'clock, no 2 o'clock, nor 3 o'clock. 3:30, 3:45, driving in traffic. So we worked together as a team, and I really was enjoying the energy with him. And we were talking when we were in the moving van heading over. We were talking. He goes, "So, do you live over here? What do you do?" And I just get tired of just telling. So I just went ahead and told him, "Look, I'm 57 years old. I'm retired. Da, 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 I did it. Da, 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 I do spiral light and da 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 and da 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 and da da da. I did it da 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 and I never get it around. Da 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 da. I just ran down my list and here I am." He goes, "Okay." I said, "I figure if we're gonna have this time together, you just need to know me. There you go. I'm very straightforward and I say it like it is. And a lot of people don't like me because I say it like it is. But he goes, but yeah, that's your truth. And a lot of people can't handle the truth." I said, yeah. And I was like, he gets me. He goes, I go, I'm 57 years old. He goes, hey, I'm 57 too. Boop, boop. I'm like, hey. And I said, okay, we're both 57. I said, how you feeling about that? He goes, I feel pretty good. Don't you feel pretty good? No, not today. Not yesterday. He goes, we got this. This is going to be over with. Okay? You're going to close this chapter and you're going to be done. I go, yes, I am. So as we're in the old one and we're pulling things out, we start working together and we were doing this energy was like this. And I noticed he had like black obsidian mala beads on his wrist. I was like, he had some really pretty like shungite, like black beads around his. I'm like, and he wasn't acting strange with my stuff and my crystals or anything. I was like, what do? Ooh. So this energy was coming in and we were doing like this divine and masculine, and within an hour we were like in sync with each other, and we were like finishing each other's sentences and reading each other's thoughts. It was like that, and I was like, okay, this is nice, I like this. He gets me, and we're he's leveled up. So it only took 30 minutes, if that, to load up what was left over there, plus sweep it out. It was kind of funny. We get everything in the truck, and then I grabbed my one of my magical brooms, and he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I must exit and sweep out. I don't want to leave any of my essence here. I must remove it." He goes, "Oh yeah, yeah, that's right." So then I start speaking light language, and I sweeping out, and then I light my Palo Santos and I'm smudging, and he goes, "Are we done?" I said, "We are complete now." He goes, "Let's go." So I put the broom in and we hop into the van and we're driving and we're laughing and we're just giggling. And then we finally get to the new spot and he says, "What do you want to do?" I said, "I want to put these in first because that's going to tell me if everything's going to fit." Because my mind was like still 10 by 10, still kind of like, So he had a van where he was already putting stuff in it from other places where he had to pick up things. And it was just really neat because I surrendered because I wanted to close the door. And look at this. I wanted to close the door because it is just a day before the lunar eclipse, full of emotion, full of rawness. But when I really had to sit down and add up the time, that was 27 years of those items, those two armoires items, kind of doorway. When you put the two standing, it's a doorway. It creates a doorway. And I let both of them go. I walked through the door and I got a key so I could do it to complete the mission. I was just like, you mean I had to go through hell yesterday? I got a key today. I walked through the door. We put the containers in, got everything lined up beautifully. It was almost like how I visualized how I wanted everything to be organized in there. And I said, this is the test. I have to let go of everything and only keep the one thing that's really important to me in a furniture item. The only thing I kept was my futon wood frame and my Ankh headboard for my head, for my the head of the bed, which I miss terribly because it's a beautiful brass metal. It's not even brass, it's like this antique, smoky metal like, but it's a Ankh and it comes out in a goddess form. And it's so pretty, and I really, really like that. My mom and I picked that out together, and I have always loved it. And That's it. And the rest was so easy. All my dilapidated boxes, he took time with me. He says, "What do you want in this? What do you don't want? You put it over there and I'm going to take it away." I said, "Well, I don't want those nightstands anymore because the lamps are broken, so there's no use in having those. I don't need those book stands anymore. There's no need for those. I got the books, but I don't need those stands." And the short little book thing that used to be Pam, she gave it to me. Pam's gone now. Don't need that. So then I said, "Okay, that's gone, that's gone. The armoires are gone." I said, "You got the chair. I'm giving you the French pink chair." Um, there was something else I gave him, and I said, "I don't want it." So I gave it all to him, and I said, "Do I owe you any of the money?" He goes, "No. I just want you to be happy, and we're gonna set this up how you want it. So when you come in here, you can go in and out of it, find your things that you need. You can maneuver, and everything's gonna fit lovely. You watch. You're not gonna have to move into anything else. It's gonna fit." After we were done moving all the boxes out, getting rid of the boxes, moving things over, and it was like I just looked at it and I said, "I don't want that anymore. I don't want that anymore. I don't want that anymore. I don't need that mixer. I don't want that anymore. I don't want that anymore." Boom, boom, boom. And then when we got to the dishes, he goes, "What do you want with these Pyrex?" Wait, I looked and said, "Oh no, purple two good Pyrex bakingware, the original ones, that's not this made up stuff that we're getting now." Oh, hell yes. I'm keeping those. Kept them throughout the other stuff. So by the time we were moving through everything, we were still doing the divine masculine, divine feminine dance in and out like this, just on top of everything, moving, moving, moving. And then he's I said, "You let me know if you would like to have a massage. I'll do a massage on you." And he goes, "I like that." He goes, "I've been having so many problems with this shoulder since a few days ago. I lifted something up wrong and I messed up my shoulder. It's been hurting me when I move it a certain way." I said, "Oh, it's not in the back of the shoulder. It's underneath the armpit. It's inside." He goes, "Really?" I go, "Yeah." I grab his arm. I put my thumb in there. And go, "Whoo." And then he goes, "But it's hurting in the front." And I put my thumb in there, move it. And as soon as I did that, and I said, "I want you to go over and hug yourself." He hugged himself. And I said, "Now I want you to raise your hand, raise your arm up straight." Boom. Pushed in hard. His neck and the shoulder went pop. He goes, "Whoa." I go, "Now put your arm down. How do you feel now?" He goes, "Amazing." I said, "Mhm, that's what I do." He just smiled at me. He goes, "I like that." I go, "Mhm." So after we did that, um, he went and got the truck. I got everything in there and I checked the crystal bowl, the crystal singing bowl, because when I saw how everything fell forward, everything was piled up on top of the crystal bowl. And that is like one of my beautiful crystal things I love. And I was preparing myself. If it had already cracked or cracked in half, I was preparing myself. I said, "I've wrapped that baby up. I have a medicine blanket in there. It's protected." But some of that stuff was heavy that fell on top of it. And I'm like, "Shit, please be okay." I opened up the box. It was solid, it was intact, nothing was cracked. I was like, "Thank you." So was able to put that all in there. Everything fit perfectly. And guess what? I had space to walk around in there because of the way we put everything up. And it was like it was better organized in this 10 by 10 than what I've been dealing with in the bigger one, trying to deal with all the dilapidated boxes and She said, "Yeah, once the boxes get open and you don't tape them right again, they lose their hold and it doesn't hold right." And so I have less boxes and more containers, but they're stacked just perfectly. And I'm just so happy. By the time I finished, I took my black obsidian, set it down on the floor in front of it, and did my sigil of protection on the floor, and did a smudging and a blessing, and said, "Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, beloved ones, for completing me, helping me be able to finish this task." And so he went and got the truck to go in his truck to go load up all the stuff that I gave to him. And I said, "Just take it all. I didn't even want to look at it. I didn't want to go, oh, maybe I can." I didn't want to do it, because I felt that creeping up. I said, "Nope, I'm leaving it. I'm done with it. That's an old timeline. That's the third dimensional timeline that I'm leaving." But things that are educational, things that I want to keep for teachings and things like that, I'm going to keep those, because some of those things are hard to find and won't be able to be found soon, or they will charge you an arm and a leg now for some of the things that I have. Yes. So I was able to keep that, and he comes back with the truck, and I don't know what it was. It was just this moment of, he gets out and he gives me this big smile. He goes, "Did you miss me?" I go, "Yep." He comes over, gives me a big hug. He goes, "We're done." And guess what? I go, "What?" "It's 1 o'clock." I said, "Ooh, I love a man that's on time with one on his mind." He goes, "I like that." I said, "I do too. I don't know where that came from, but that sounds pretty, pretty interesting, doesn't it?" He goes, "You're funny." I said, "Yeah." So it was a beautiful ending. We traded off numbers. And I said, "Victor, thank you so much for answering the call." He goes, "Guess what? If you wouldn't have been crying and had an emotional trauma breakdown from your armoire," he goes, I can see why you're crying. It's beautiful, but if you wouldn't have did that, I would have never had a chance to meet you. I would have never got the call. So everything worked out, and here it goes, in divine order." I said, "He's talking my lingo. What do I do?" So the message here is, those of you this week might have been feeling some really heavy, challenging things. Now, don't let me forget to tell you, after everything was done, after especially going down this morning, I get in the car this morning to go down for the meeting to go do all this. Check engine light comes on in my car. It's never come on before, but this time it decides to come on. I said, "You know what? I don't have time for this. Mystic, get your act together. I don't have time. You guys need to figure this out. I'm gonna spiralite your ass and we're gonna be done with this." So I just went on about my business. So it's in spiralite therapy right now. And I made an appointment on Monday to take it in. But who knows? It might be gone, might not. I don't know. Maybe something needs to be shifted. But when I made the call and put the appointment together, the guy says, "Well, you have warranty." And I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "Yeah, you still got a warranty on this car." I said, "All right then. I'll just bring it in." So, because I was thinking, I said, "I swear, Mystic, this is not the time. I will take your butt in. I will trade you in. I'm not playing. You better fix yourself. If I gotta work through my stuff, you gotta work through your stuff. Even if you're a car, you're a Honda. So you need to work through your stuff too." So I said, everybody's got to work through their stuff. Nobody's getting by on anything, including cars. So after I did all that and everything was fine, we bid each other a good day. He got my number, I got his. And I get in my car and I'm just like, It's 1 o'clock. And he even said, now you get to go home, eat something, take a nice bath and relax. And he said, I bet you some money you're going to sleep so good tonight because you closed the door. And now you don't ever have to go back that way doing that anymore. I go, no, that chapter is done. It's complete. And I got the freaking key at the end. Come on, people. What are the chances of that? Getting some moving van and getting a key, just one little brass key, nice, pretty. It's pretty. And I'm like, what the heck is this? Something that I would love just sitting right there. And it had that glow on it. You know what I'm saying? Had that spark. It caught my eye. Anytime when something sparks and catches your eye and it glows, that's divine. Okay. That is not a lower energy or anything. They don't bring the light like that. Okay. It's a divine thing. So I was really in this place of you have to surrender. Because when you surrender, you actually step into the next part of your power, the next part of your your level that you're supposed to be going into. It might not feel comfortable when it's happening. And God, I was a hot mess yesterday. But even this morning, there was a place for me to park up in the front, so I didn't have to go walk down to Whole Foods, go park my car there and walk all the way up. And I said, wow, this is like, I had to go through this. I had to make an agreement last night while I was sleeping, and I was asked, are you willing to surrender and to let it go? Let it all go. I go, oh my God, what are you asking me? Are you kidding me right now? How many times have I let go of so many things? Are you really kidding me? I go, yeah, all right, fine. I surrender. Do your divine will, but it better be better than what happened today. That's all I gotta say. Boom. Now, and it was so nice to be done because I didn't have to run. I had to go by my favorite restaurant and get my favorite nachos and chips and salsa, and got a nice drink and got my Epsom salt, my magnesium flakes so I can soak. And that's what concludes this part of the day. And I share this with you because you might be getting this push to get rid of something or to step through something, or you might be going through a lot of shit right now, okay, and not know. You might even be sick, all right? But you got to be willing to look at what what is the issue, what's going on, so that you can move, step through your door, move through it. I stepped through my door. Like I said, I got a freaking key. Now to get a key and to step through this process, psh, pivot, done, done deal. And it's so nice. I even got a new lock. I didn't use the old lock. I got a new lock. So also as a part of the thing what I gave away, I was really, a lot of you have seen me where I was sitting at my desk, and it's beautiful glass desk that sits on still like leg stands. I got rid of that. I let it go. The only glass that I kept was the oval glass that is for my altar. And that was it. I let go of the other one. I let go of pictures that I have gotten from certain places, but I kept all my medicine pictures. That was a part of my original medicine. Everything else I let go of. And I kept the artist drawing because I finally saw the picture, and I'm going to bring that soon. And that's going to be one of my logos that I'm going to be using because of the person who drew it. I really want to honor that. I think I put her card on the back of it and let her know that I finally found the art drawing that she did for me, the picture, and I'm going to be using it a lot more. Okay. I even took the picture and I used it on the Patreon group setup because I really wanted to honor that because that is the medicine that I do, my shell and water bowl, you know. And so I feel so good. I was able to share this with all of you, share this journey with you, because depending on where you are and your process, your timeline process, what needs to be released, what you're walking through, you need to pay attention because I know it's not going to feel good. Hello, I was perfect example of that. But it's this right now process that if you can take care of it before we get through this doorway tomorrow, life is going to be so much easier for you to just anchor in and manifest. But don't have the past stuff from other relationships hanging on you. Let it go. Because that's an energy tied to that timeline. And you can let go of some things with reason. You know, if you're using it with medicine, you flip the energy, you're good. But like a lot of the furniture stuff I had, I loved them. But you know what? I still have my traditional massage table that they don't make anymore. And it's sitting lovely and nice inside my new storage space. And I'm happy that it's just a few minutes away versus gotta get on the car and drive down traffic, gotta go all the way over water to go to it. Okay, gotta make a turn, gotta. That was like a hop, skip, and a jump. Oh, let's go have a latte at Whole Foods now. So, with that being said, I'm going to do a read energy for what's going to be going on energetically so that we can pay attention. I will not be doing the portal key cards right now energetically. I just don't want to tie into that energy right now because I am depleted. I am replenishing myself. And so we're going to start off with the water read. So, pens and papers, so you can make note of the energy and find out where this kind of falls in place with you energetically as a message as a whole. So, and also just know that a lot of people are going through their process, and to you, it might feel like you are being ghosted. Then there's some people that just like ghosting other people. You make phone calls and stuff, and they're ghosting you. If you called me today, I will be getting back to you. I just had to really stay focused and get a couple things done. Okay, we're gonna have that one. Jamie Price had a really good video this morning. You guys need to check that out. Jamie Price. These are her cards. Ooh, they're alive. Watch out. Okay. I'm trying to get this one. Mm, we're going to do these two together, so we'll have it in place. I find it interesting that somebody was watching and they stayed right until I come and do the read, and then they popped off. Cracked me up. I'm like, I wonder who that was. A lot of times I can feel certain energy of people. And I'm like, All right, first card. Let's take a look. The mist. Trust your inner compass. Be led from within. I love that. The mist. Trust your inner compass. Be led from within. The Palladian. Oh, look at this card. The Palladian expanding. And the message is freedom. I love it. I love it. Freedom. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. And the next card from Gothic Oracle is Immortal Flight. So the Immortal Flight. And that one is I have to really step up my minerals because I've been um, having a headache. It says deception. Okay. A fairy sits beside a pool, bathing in blue. She reaches out to the water and illuminates the skeleton beneath the surface. Calm and composed, you might think that she has good intentions, but nothing could be further from the truth. The So, in this card occurs, if this card occurs into your reading, it could be a warning that deception is near or someone is hiding something from you. This is a time to do a little research before making any big commitments when the shadow. Immortal flight can be described as an unfaithful, the dishonest, and those intending to compromise or mislead you. Mhm. Okay. This is happening a lot. People showing up being one way when they're really another way. This 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 lunar eclipse is going to be the revealing of the hidden stuff. And when I say hidden, it's really going to pull people who have they don't have good tendency. They are just they're shallywags. That's all. They're shallywag people. They don't walk their truth. They're too busy talking themselves up, and they like everybody to think they got it all together and everything. They're good, and but really is they shadow meisties. Okay, awakening awareness, and this is number 17. Awaken awareness. And then the next one is number 41, Stone Circle, and it's a six of portals. I want to read this one. Awakened awareness. So we already have that deception card, and you got to be awake, pay attention. So now let's take a look at the Stone Circle. And today is day 40 of my commitment. So 20 more days. And I kept no matter what was going on, I kept showing up right here, being present. And something else I found, and it's been a while since I've had it. Okay, so let me finish this first. Take a memory trip back to the happiest moments of your youth. Allow the nostalgia of your past to delight you in the present and inspire your future. So this is interesting. This key invites you to recall what lit you up in your youth, as it may as well hold the keys to your future you are dreaming in. This it is a a reminder that the world is a magical place, especially when we view it through the eyes of the innocent before life lessons harden us, or we took our blessings for granted. Okay. So the stone circle, and it has a spiral in the center of it. So know that that's a spiraling. And it's all about what are your happy memories. I have many happy memories of exploring stone circles when I was young. I felt compelled to explore my country and the history that felt true to my lineage before setting my nomadic, soul free to other parts of the planet. Stone circles somehow eh, connect connect me with the sense of home beyond the physical. Their energy was revitalizing as their song vibrated through the infinite part of me. So this is the info that she gives for how she drew this and why this came to be. So energetically wise, those of you, if you, I'm just going to invite all of you to do this. If you have some kind of past thing that you have been having around you, or maybe you got something and things didn't pan out too well afterwards, you might want to take a look at um, getting rid of that item. I'm just saying, just from a point of view, because now since I've done that, I'm going to finish out the medicine with a good medicine bath to do the rest of my healing work on myself and some more clearing the energy. And Victor said it best. He says you're going to feel so much clearer that you don't have that hanging on you no more, and that you got to drive that far to go get something and bring it back. Then take it. It's too much. I say, yeah, it is too much. He goes, we're 57 now. We don't have time to be doing all that. I said, I love it. He gets it. So this card, Freedom, I wanted to read a little bit about it. Oh, I'm in the wrong section. I'm in library. I'm like, wait a minute, why am I in the wrong section? I forgot she does hers in sections. My inner realm is sacred, and my strong creating my freedom. My inner realm is sacred and strong, creating my freedom. Okay. Light language is assisting you to cultivate your freedom within. It is facilitating your discovery of your powerful ability to change and to build life of your dreams. So to get this card, this means a lot to me. It's freedom. And so now I have this beautiful I don't think that's right, it's on the thing. Um prosperity thing that I wanted to activate. And once I activate it, it's gonna help now anchor. Now because here's the thing I want you to take away with this, because I heard this before. When items are so far away from you, it causes congestion and can cause distill because you have things stored up in the storage. Okay. And now, since things are way simplified for me, and I was able to let go of the bigger stuff. Now I have the important things that are important to me in a 10 by 10, paying less money and so much easier. I feel really good about. Although I am going to bring the crystal bowl and have it probably here for tomorrow for the lunar eclipse, and probably go ahead and utilize that. But I just wanted to come on here and say thank you to all of you for your love, your thoughts, and being a part of the Be So Light. I know it hasn't been easy for a lot of you, and I know some of you are really going through some challenging emotional things. I'm right there with you, okay? But I want to share with you, it's really interesting when you push through and you keep going, you'll see what happens at the end. You get to see the outcome. Sometimes a lot of us as healers, we give up before we see the outcome. I almost gave up. I was like, oh God, this is a mess. When you see the tower, it's like the tarot card, the tower. You see destruction. You see the annihilation of everything coming undone. And you kind of sit there, you look, I'm going to the tower. Ah. But now it's like I want to sit as the empress or the priestess. I sit first as a priestess. I like to be the priestess. And just sit within that energy. But I'm really happy. And one of the things I found I haven't played with in a long time is my mind bubble game, where you have to line those bubbles up just right, and they all have to be centered. Playing with my bubble game. All right, lovelies. Let's get ready. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your messages. And even if there's a physical message given to you, I'm very happy I got the key today. As above, so below. Be so light. Like and subscribe. Be good to yourself. Be your light.